Hey guys, what's going on? Graham Johnson here, aka Ovan the Wise, and I'm here in front of this magnificent giant cathedral that I built on a server with a group of friends. Now, this server will be active to the public soon, but until then, I figured I would just show off a little things before we do a let's build. So, I wanted to explain real quick that I wanted to apologize. This is what I've been working on these last few days. As you can see, there's this giant lovely graveyard and this giant cathedral, and there's a lot of stuff going on around here, and I wanted to explain real quick and apologize that there hadn't been any videos the last few days, because this is what me and my friends have been working on. And ooh, I haven't seen this yet. Well, my friend Drake has been quite busy. I'm really liking this a lot. He's completely done the inside here. That is sexy. But, yeah, so anyway, I, have done a covered bridge tutorial in the past, but, you know, there's a lot of new blocks that have come out since I did that tutorial, and now I've got this great new capture card. So I decided that something I should do would be to go back and redo that tutorial, and maybe a few others that never came out because of video quality problems. Is this Jeb? Hey, Jeb. Yes, Jeb is awesome. This is a Minecraft Easter egg for anybody who wants to name a sheep Jeb. And get your face out of the wall, Jeb. Their wool will change colors. Along with, if you name a cow Dinnerbone, he flips upside down. So anyway, we're gonna come on back over here, because I was working on this, so I'll come back. And we're gonna do a jump cut real quick, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back. So we're in a single player survival world creative. As you can see, we've spawned in the jungle. I've cleared out a nice big area, kind of gotten a starting point for us. So, aside from the large jungle trees, normal trees are usually only 8 blocks long, so I try to put between 8 and 10 blocks. I try and at least put at least one type of support so that I can make it look and feel a little bit more realistic to me in terms of default Minecraft. So, what we're going to start out with is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, so that we have a 2 wide middle. So you're gonna have 4 in the center, and then you're gonna have your posts. For now, you'll see me constantly replacing blocks that probably won't end up mattering. It's just my OCD and wanting things to look pretty. You can use any type of wood for this project that you want. I'm just using jungle because of hot select, and that's what's next to me. And so for now we're just going to go up 8 blocks, and we're going to go ahead and, or 8 blocks, 3 blocks, and we're just going to bring this all the way across. Now you can build these in survival, you can build them in, you know, we're not going to do 4 in the middle, we're going to do 3 in the middle, because then we get a peaked roof. So there. You can build these in survival, you can build them in creative. They're a lot harder to build in survival, obviously, especially if you've got a deep lake, so just bear that in mind if you think you're going to start building super fancy things in survival like I do. I know if you'll ever see a video of me and Drake playing early back on in this channel, as well as potentially in the future, he really doesn't like the fact that I build fancy in survival, because I tend to fall a lot. I mean, I'll be honest. So, you're going to end up with this kind of a structure right here. Yeah, we're going to need to go up one more so that you've got head clearance. And then you're going to do the same thing, so you're going to end up with this box-like shape. Now, these bridges can be pretty much any length that you need them to be, even if they're ridiculously long. I had a single player world that I was working on once out of boredom, where I had a bridge that was like over 100 blocks long, and it was basically this same general covered bridge style. So yeah, we're going to be working on making this cover bridge, so we're gonna go ahead and I like to, if I'm in creative, I like to line my screen up like this with the outside edges just barely there, so you can kind of find your center. So we know this is gonna be a center point, so we can kind of do this number. And I should have set up a command block. Make sure that it would always be day. Oh well, I guess I'm just gonna have to keep track of that for this video. So we've got our center point, that's where my support strut's gonna be, and we're gonna start on making that support strut. So I usually like to use brick, so I'm gonna type in stone brick. I know a lot of you are like, oh, Graham, I mean, come on, this is default Minecraft stuff, you don't have to explain everything. Well, my cousin, who's just getting started into Minecraft, you know, again, like I said, she's just getting started into Minecraft. So I'm going to make this tutorial about as basic as I can, simply due to the fact that there are people who are new to Minecraft. So if you're new to Minecraft, welcome to Minecraft. Welcome to one of my favorite games, and I hope you're going to enjoy your stay. Now, since we're building so close to the water, it's not going to be as fancy as what it was on the other server. However, again, you can kind of expand upon this general concept and this general idea for any server or world, and you can either leave this spot blank or you can plop a slab down there. I like to put slabs. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring this down. I'm not going to take that all the way down, but normally I would take that all the way down if this were for a big build. And then I would stretch it back out at the bottom up against the ocean floor or the riverbed floor, and I would just kind of do something like this, so if anybody ever goes swimming down there, it looks like it's attached to something. So that's good for right now. And then we're going to come back to working on the bridge. So we're going to take a trap hook. Hook. There it is. Tripwire hook. And I use these for decoration purposes. You don't have to. I think they happen to make the bridge look really nice. So we're going to do this. The reason why I put them on the outside is because I feel that it makes it look like it's connected into the ground, despite the fact that it's really not. We're just going to take our grass real quick and we're going to fill this in. So I feel like that looks good. And then we're going to go to wood. We're going to start putting in our floor. Let's go with the acacia wood. Now I like to use slabs because then it creates a natural staircase. No one has to jump. And we're just going to go ahead and we're going to slab this off. I also like to use slabs because it creates depth in Minecraft that you normally don't get. This time we're going to add some wire to it so that it looks like there's a wire being stretched between the different segments for, again, support reasons. I feel this adds a level of realism that not a lot of builds tend to have. And when we get all the way across, you will see the trip hooks will go flat and it's now connected. So then we're going to go to fences, and I'm going to assume that this bridge has, you know, been here a while. So we're going to take some dark oak and we're going to take some signs. The signs may or may not work depending upon what texture pack you're using. As you can see, I've switched over to default, and that's simply for the sake of this build. And so we're going to go through and do... What? Oh, okay. Going to do this. And we're just going to connect this all together. And then we're going to come on the outside. Now this may be a little hard. If you were in survival, you would have to do this like this. But we're just going to come through. And we're going to basically add this on both sides. So we're going to have the fencing on the one side, we're going to have the signs on this outside. Now I like to put them on the outside. I used to like to put them on the inside as well. It really, in my opinion, determines on the size of the bridge and how much space you've got in the center with that. But I feel like sometimes minimal is more, meaning less is more. And especially with something like a covered bridge that would probably be in a rural area that would be maintained by like farmers or something, you're not going to need a lot of complexity, and something very simple that gets the job done like this may be as much as they would ever really have. And you don't even need these cross sections on the top. You could decide to, you know, arch it up with fencing. We could decide to arch it up with fencing and have your roof go over top of the fence posts. I tend to just kind of leave it open and fill in with some wood. So again, we're going to come back to wood, and we're going to go with, I think we're going to be building with birch today. And I'm building with birch just because I like the different types of wood in Minecraft. I like to try to mix the woods as best as I can, and usually I tend to only use birch as furniture. Traditionally in Minecraft, if you've ever seen some of my older videos, birch tends to only get used as furniture and look pretty items. I very rarely actually build with it. But now that we have the acacia wood, I tend to build with the acacia much more so than, I mean, like, even with furniture and building wise, I love the color of the acacia wood. And in my texture pack, I've almost barely changed the tone of the acacia wood. I've made it slightly lighter in color and more red than that pinkish orange, so I've gotten rid of some of the undertone of orange. So, and yes, that texture pack that was on a moment ago, at the start of the video, I have made that texture pack. That is my personal texture pack for that server, and it will be available for download once the server goes public. As well as the same texture pack will get used for a few adventure maps I'm thinking about making. So if you guys want to see some early release stuff of those adventure maps, leave a comment down below, because I do have quite a bit of progress on the adventure map already completed. I'm more or less working on quest lines and adding dungeons at this point, because it's going to play very much like an MMO. Slash RPG kind of a deal. So it's a very self-guided type of thing. And as you can see, I've gone back in here and added these birch stairs upside down. And the point is, again, just depth from the inside. That's really what it's creating here. So we're gonna go ahead and finish capping this off. So we're gonna go ahead and take some upside down stairs and upside down stairs. We're gonna run across real quick, and we're going to put some upside down stairs. And now I'm going to light this up with torches. You can choose to use sea lanterns, redstone torches, red glowstone, as well as redstone lamps. And so I keep saying a lot. I'm really sorry about that, guys. I've been really trying to work on that. So basically anywhere I put a torch, you can put any kind of a light source. Yeah, and so we're basically done here. And again, you can stretch this on for as long as you want. If you want to put more supports in the middle because you think it doesn't look right, that's up to you. This is really a build that you can expand upon. I have made versions of this covered bridge that were met in a T-section, and there was an opening here, and it came out in this direction and connected 3 different islands, and it was like a floating, you know, it was like a skyblock survival type of area. And I'm very happy with this build, regardless of its simplicity. Now, another way that you can go about building this would be to just go ahead and chop all this off. And obviously you would do this while building. You wouldn't finish this and then change this. I mean, unless you really like the way that one looks over the other after you've already built it. So we're going to do a second roof style that I happen to feel looks a little more natural dependent upon the theme of your map. And I really like it simply because of it goes great with like a Viking style Norwegian theme. And I've done a lot of Viking style builds before just because I happen to find the style comes very naturally to me. As well as if you're watching like animes and things, if they go out and rule countrysides, they tend to have this very Americanized style covered bridge with the flat roof. And then from the ground, this tends to look a lot more barn-like, but again, something you would see in a rural area. And the inside works perfectly fine, and if you wanted to cast your fishing pole out through here, you can. On the server that I was just on, I actually have 2 support struts here. The one underneath is where it's at, and there's a big open hole here so that people can step out and go fishing a lot easier. And that's really not that hard to add on, though with a bridge this small, it's kind of hard to do, so I'm going to leave that for another time. So if you would like to see me do more Let's Builds, I encourage you to leave a comment in the section below, and just, you know, give general ideas. What do you want to see me build? Do you want to see me build a skyscraper? Do you want to see me build more of an English cottage? Do you want to see me build a cathedral? Do you want to know how, like, building tips and ways to manipulate blocks so that they look other ways, like optical illusion type of stuff? Because I do know how to build stuff like this. So if you want to see more, I ask that you please leave a comment down below, and I will see you all very, very soon, guys. Thank you. Have an amazing day. And again, I'm sorry I haven't been uploading. I will be doing my best to get more content out sooner. Thanks, guys, and have a great day. Bye.